My name's Matt Cosby. I head the marketing department here at JB, headquartered in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Today we have Ken Metcalf with us. He is president and founder of CAM Technologies. He's also the inventor of Equipment Pro, which we'll be discussing today. We find this to be a very valuable tool with the customers who have used it. So we invited Ken to come on here and tell us a little more about it so we could help everybody out in the field and give them another tool in their tool chest to perform and grow their revenue. So Ken, with that being said, I'll hand it off to you.
And thanks everybody for being here today and taking the time to join us. My name's Ken Metcalf. I am owner and president of CAM Technologies. We are a full service ServiceTitan HVAC consulting group. Background wise, we actually also built the JB360 integration. Little background on me: I started my career in technology. I was a COO for a software and services company. I was traveling about 80% of the time at that point and had my first son. Decided to leave that world. I came back here to Florida and bought a HVAC company that I ran for about 16 years. Sold that and then went on to be a head of operations for a franchise group. We're open about 50 offices throughout the United States. And I've been working with ServiceTitan now for about 10 years, so really early on into it. And what you're going to see today is kind of the culmination of that work in the equipment selling realm. And so I'm going to take you through a brief presentation and then through a live demo. Please don't hesitate to put questions in the chat as we go along. Matt and Alana will help me out with that. And with that said, I'll get started. Equipment Pro is really an organizational and setup system in ServiceTitan designed to help you easily generate really professional, option-oriented proposals. Best, better, good, good, better, best, 4 option, 5 options. It really depends on what you want to set up in a very rapid amount of time so that you can get the proposal in the customer's hands while you're there. Our goals are to increase close rates and average tickets, keep it simple for the customer. So we speak plain English, not the techno speak that we tend to use too often with our customers. Keep it simple for our technicians and our salespeople so that they can easily use it and make it transportable from brand to brand. Easy to maintain, and 100% built in ServiceTitan. So this is not a separate product from ServiceTitan. This is leveraging all the ServiceTitan functionality, so you get all the benefits of the tracking, your KPIs, the editing tools, all of those things. This is really a setup of ServiceTitan that allows you to be more effective in equipment selling. A little bit about what our customers have to say about us. So Equipment Pro has been a great investment for our business. We were able to move away from our third-party estimating software and now manage everything directly inside ServiceTitan. This is a great third-party replacement. Our close rates have improved. Our sales team only needs to learn one system. That's a key. It's an overlay on top of manufacturers. You only have to learn one for many manufacturers. The Equipment Pro team is extremely responsive and I highly recommend them. This is Tony Shepard with Bill Cody and Son down in Texas. I won't read the second one. I'll let you guys go ahead and give you a second to read that. But really great success there with Trevor up in Indianapolis. And we've installed this now at about 150 different locations. The great thing about Equipment Pro is it's manufacturer agnostic. So it doesn't matter what brand you're on. We can set up Equipment Pro over the top. It's really an overlay to where we're able to bucket the systems and leverage our standardized terminology and technology that can transport to any system. So I'll give you an example. I had a dealer who was a long-time American Standard dealer, and they brought on Amana. And we've got Amana set up for them, and they were able to roll that out with zero training. They just announced it at their sales meeting, and the guys were up and running and selling Amana that day. It's that transportable. Basically, we have two things going on. One is you have your presentation, your options presentation, your good, better, best, better, good, those type of things. And then we have our equipment grading, and this allows you to determine very quickly what you're going to put into those proposal options. So, for instance, a proposal to a property manager is far different than a proposal to a $1 million homeowner. That property manager, I'm probably going to bid all bronze systems. And we're going to build a bit of 14 SEER Goodman, a 14 SEER Carrier, and a 15 SEER Carrier, hoping that I can drive that average ticket up. For that homeowner, I'm probably going to bid 2 gold or a gold and 2 platinum. So I'll build the standard 2-speed technology and then a platinum 20 SEER and 24 SEER. Now, the way these grades break down is really simple. It has to do with what's the format of the outdoor unit, the indoor unit, and what control goes with it. So platinum is a variable speed outdoor unit, variable speed indoor unit, your most advanced control typically communicating. Our gold systems, 2-speed or multi-speed technologies. I think Train's got some systems now going 6-speed. Variable speed indoor unit. We're talking about the fan motor when we talk about the indoor unit, and an advanced control to be able to talk to that those units. Silver, single speed outdoor, variable speed indoor, advanced control, and then bronze, single speed outdoor, single speed indoor with a basic control. Once you learn this, it's really easy then to determine what goes into your good, better, best proposal based on what the customer needs are. One of the things give you a little history on this. When I first did my first equipment sales price book, it was right when ServiceTitan had come out with equipment to services linkage. And it was really exciting because now we could build these pairings and put them into ServiceTitan. And I took my entire carrier price book, all the matchups that existed in that price book, and then it's fairly voluminous, and I put it all into ServiceTitan. I think it was going to be the best thing since sliced bread. And I rolled that out, and my techs hated it. It was too complicated. They didn't know all of the nuances of the matchups, and so we went and redid it. And we actually redid it 4 times until we got to this particular makeup. Because one of the things that we learned is about 20% of your price book equals about 80% of your sales. So let's focus on that 20%. Let's make that super, super, super easy, easy to train and replicate. And then on those other 20% of the deals, let's make it easy to substitute for those. So for instance, we help our customers, by the way, build this pairing and matchup guide for that 20% as part of our process. But let's say that for my bronze, I've got the DZ4 SC, which is a 14 SEER, and I want to sell the 15 SEER. My base pairing will have that 14 SEER unit. If we want to make it 15 SEER, we just delete the condenser, add the 15 SEER. The pricing follows the units, so it'll update automatically. We don't have to do any recalculation, and we would have changed that to 15 SEER. So all of this is built into ServiceTitan for you as part of our setup process. One of the other things we learned over time is that ServiceTitan can get a little cluttery if you don't have a really good organizational system of how to manage your items. And so all of our items have a very systematic coding system that enables you to find things and edit things and manage things very easily. So this is our pairing code system, and you'll see that's kind of set up like a manufacturer's model number. So you've got the first segment, which equals my grade, my bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And I've got my second set, which is my type of system, which is a straight cool furnace system, AC only, heat pump system. We also have dual fuel and package units covered as well. Our third is the tonnage. The last is the brand. So this is a bronze straight cool 1.5 ton train. If I wanted a platinum 3-ton furnace system carrier, it'd be P-FS-3-C. Now, this is great for the back office unless you use the administrative side for estimating and preparing quotes and whatnot. But it's also really great for the management side because you can isolate your specific area. So if I want to edit all of my bronze systems, I can simply hold out and put a space where the size is, and it'll list out all my bronze, and I can edit the material right there from the mass edit screen, both for services as well as equipment. Another great thing about Equipment Pro is that all of your descriptions are written in English. So this is a description for a bronze 3-ton heat pump. Now this is the same description, whether it's Carrier, whether it's Goodman, whether it's Bryant. This is the bronze 3-ton heat pump. And this is nice because we only have to learn one description. Everybody reads from the same script and the same page, and it's applicable across multiple brands. And this is kind of how we get that easy adoption when we change out brands and make that transition to Equipment Pro from a standard system. We break out our installation services into their own items, and we break it out by system type and orientation. So furnace system horizontal, furnace system vertical. And then we write this description. So this system description is really the what we're going to install. It tells the customer what stuff we're going to be putting in and what the benefits are. This is the dealer side of it. This is the what we're going to do. So new clad light slab, new outdoor disconnect, high voltage whip, all the indoor stuff that we're going to do, spelled out in very plain English that the customer can understand. Now this you give to us. You tell us what you do in your installs. We write this for you, make it the format very nicely so it matches up with the others in the system. And this is very, very customized to your situation. Every install, or a lot of installs, we end up with items that don't necessarily fit, say, a flat rate pricing item. You're going to move a condenser 4 foot to the right because it's underneath the window. I don't have that in my price book, but I do know it's going to take me 1 crew hour and $100 in material. Now, so in that case, we've set up a whole set of custom install items. That's what the CII stands for. So this stands for custom install item 1.00 hours at 100 in cost. So one crew hour, 100 in cost, which gives me my price. That's already set up to your pricing standards. So the guys don't have to figure out the price. It's already done. All they have to do is change the description of this item. I'm going to move the condenser 4 foot to the right, reattach and test it, and it will price it automatically to your pricing standards so that you're not eroding margin or giving things away in the process. We also help you set up your proposal options. So we're looking at good, better, best here. You may use a 4-option presentation or a 5-option. If you don't have your options set up, we'll help you determine what these are, as well as the options within each of the buckets. So in this instance, we've got our good. It's going to come with a 2-year extended labor warranty and a 1-year membership. My better, 3-year labor warranty, 1-year membership, and a filtration system. And my best, 5-year extended labor, 1-year membership, 4-inch filtration, and a Remy Halo. Now, what's nice about this is this automatically populates. I know when I had my shop, I would ask the guys to remember to set this up and do it properly. And I would say I maybe had 50, 60% hit rate, and that's with challenging them every single day to do it. In this instance, as long as they use the template, all this populates for them. They don't have to do any additional work. They don't have to remember what goes into what bucket. It's all spelled out very nice and neat. And if you want to have your extended labor warranties on there, this is all set. The nice thing about using this, if you're using JB, when you sell this proposal, you will have all of the data you need to file your extended warranty because we have all the equipment spelled out in detail. We have the model, manufacturer, and serial number. And if you're on JB360, we're pulling all the contact information. So you're done. Basically, you'll hit 2 clicks and you filed your extended warranty in a very timely fashion. We also set up all of the proposal templates for you. Again, so these are broken down by equipment type and orientation of install. So they're very easy to find, and we don't clutter up the proposal template area. I'm sure many of you have worked with proposal templates. They can become very cluttered very quickly. This keeps it to where we've got about 13 proposal templates for the entire install set. They can be isolated by category in the Equipment Pro category of the price book. And very easy for the guys to find. All they have to do is determine what kind of system I'm going to install, what orientation. They hit one button, all of this populates along with all of those install options. One thing I forgot to mention about these install options is they're really great for giving you upside even in oddball situations. So let's say a customer calls you up and says, I want a 15 SEER carrier system, and that's all I want. Well, in that instance, I can bid that system on each of my 3 options and give myself that upside potential to move up in the accessories panels. Who knows? Maybe that's all he wants in the equipment, but he wants the best install option of just added $1,200, $1,300 to my install, raising that average ticket. We also do pricing setup and analysis for our customers. So we'll actually do all the pricing setup for your standards, or if you'd like some help with best practices of pricing, we can help you with that as well. But we'll also do what we call an anomaly search. So we'll look throughout your entire database across all the manufacturers that you use and look for anomalies. And when I talk about anomalies, that's when you've got some weird pricing situation with your distributor. So for instance, you might have a really good price on your 2-stage condenser. Well, it throws off your curve because now your silver and your gold are really, really close to each other. So as you're starting to go up that chain, they kind of look funny when they're on the bid. We can adjust that so that it has that nice smooth curve, and you're also getting that additional margin that you can reap out of that good deal you're getting on that piece of equipment. And again, this is part of our setup. As we go through this. One nice thing about Equipment Pro, by the way, this is not a monthly fee. It's a one-time setup. If you choose to purchase maintenance, you can do that, or you can maintain it yourself, completely up to you. So what's included in Equipment Pro? We do all the category setup, in all the installation items setup, including the custom descriptions, your pairing items setup, all the picture setup, the pairing identifications, the pairing setup, the estimate and proposal templates, your initial pricing setup and analysis, and then it comes with 30 days of training and support. And this is really important because, in any new system, it's not about training once and getting out there and you're suddenly an expert. It takes time to build up muscle memory and ask questions. There are also tweaks and adjustments that you might want to do as we go along. So it's not on-site 30 days, but we do our first training session. We can set up, additional training sessions along the way. We can have one-on-ones. We can talk about adjusting. Let's say that you decide, hey, you know what, I don't want to sell that 14 SEER unit in my bronze anymore. I want to change that to a 15 SEER. We're going to go through that and fix that for you within that 30-day period, so that by the time we're done with that, you're up, running, and ramped up, getting more deals, getting more dollars. Everybody should recognize this. This is the mobile side of ServiceTitan, and we're going to go through and we're going to do a quick 3-option estimate. You'll see why I have the presentation, because this goes by real quick. So I'm going to go into my ad estimates, and I've got my proposal templates, again, broken out by system type and orientation. Very easy to find. So I'm looking at our heat pump vertical. That's going to bring in my 3 options. And I'm going to look at my good here. And then here I've got my installation item. Again, that has my labor and materials associated with it for this type of install, as well as the description of what we're going to do, my membership plan, and my 2-year warranty. So now all I need to do is add equipment here. And I've determined that I'm going to go with a silver, gold, platinum setup. And so I'm going to go into my add items, Equipment Pro. Each manufacturer gets their own category. And then within each manufacturer, there are 2 categories. The first one is my system pairings. That's all my matchups, my default matchups. The second one is my equipment listing. So these are all my individual equipment items, nice and organized, easy to find. This also makes it easy to manage because with the segmentation, I can simply use my mass update tool in the administrative side if I want to up price, down, lower price, or up costs or lower costs. So I'm going to look for my system. So I'm going to go into my equipment pairings, heat pump, 2.5 to 3 ton. And I'm looking for that silver 3 ton. It's right here. When I hit that plus, it's going to bring in all of my equipment. So you can see what I was talking about if you're on JB360. Now I've already got my manufacturer and my model number on my invoice. All I need to do is add my serial number, and I've done all the work that I would need to do to process my warranty. Now let's say I decide that I don't want this 15 SEER. I want to change it to a 14 SEER. I'm going to remove that. And you can use the replace feature also. I find that one a little cumbersome. It seems it's sometimes easier just to remove it and re-add it. I'm going to go to my train equipment, heat pumps. I'm going to go to that TWR4, and there's my 3 ton, add it to the estimate. And you'll see that the price followed the unit, so the price is already adjusted. I'm done with that estimate, including adjustments. Now I'm going to go to my better, and I've been using Equipment Pro for a while, so I'm tired of clicking through all those icons. So I'm just going to go to my add items, and I learned this code, so I'm going to use the code, and I'm going to go with a gold heat pump 3 ton train. There's my system, and I'm good to go. Estimate number 2 in the bag. So now we're going to jump over into the admin side, I need to refresh so I can see those estimates. And what's nice about this is you can do the estimates from both the admin as well as the mobile side, in very similar fashion, very easy. So, for instance, I know I'm going out on a sales call tomorrow. We've known this customer for many years. I know what we're going to bid. I could go ahead and prepare this proposal in the office before I ever get out there and validate it. So, I would select my templates. I can go into my estimate. My options are here already. I'm going to add a service, and this is going to be a platinum heat pump 3-ton train. We'll ultimately bring in my equipment. There we go. And so now if I go back over to my mobile side, items are there. So now I'm ready to present. Now, what's nice about this, because we have all of this detail, the summary actually can drive your whole discussion. So you can really present straight from this screen and talk through what system it is, what the options are, what we're going to do on the install, and then follow the customer as they start to gravitate towards an option. And then we can open that up and we have all of the detail associated with that estimate with all the pictures and everything that we like to make that look nice and tight. And the nice thing is, if you've noticed, we haven't hammered in on SEER. We've only hammered in on the type of system that it is. The descriptions typically are on the equipment actually tell the customer what SEER rating they're going into, all of those kind of things. And then when we print this out, if we do email it to the customer and they're going to get the PDF, it's organized estimate. You can hide these line item pricings, by the way. The customer only sees the information. So we got kind of the best of both worlds, right? So the customer is getting only the summary information, yet because we're managing it in a detailed fashion, that pricing is always following the items and thus maintaining pricing integrity so that we're not moving out of our target gross margin and our pricing discipline. On the administrative side, what's really nice is you can isolate the items that you want to isolate. So let's say again, I want to manage all of my bronze heat pump systems. So I can do bronze heat pump dash train, and it's going to isolate all of my bronze heat pumps. So if I wanted to edit my pairings, I could do that here. If I had anything else that I wanted to edit across it, I can highlight it and edit the information. And then that also works for equipment. So let's say that I just need to do a price decrease on my train. I can use my filter, go to my categories here, Pro Train. And I can go to edit mode. And it's getting into shoulder season, so I'm going to give a little deduct here because it's going to be some more competition. So I'm going to decrease my price by a percentage of 5%, round to the nearest dollar, and apply. I get a lot of questions is about managing manufacturer pricing. We can teach you how to do that, or we typically charge about $250 per update. You send us the price book. It's usually a flat file from the distributor, so it's got model and cost. We'll update that for you. Usually takes about an hour, and you're good to go. Typically, the distributors are updating prices in a normal season about twice a year. If you would like to have another session, maybe bring somebody else in or have some more discussion on this, we have a landing page that I'm going to put the link in the chat for you.
Awesome. Okay. Give everybody a second to copy and get this information real quick.
I did forget one piece of information. The typical time to get this set up for one or two manufacturers is once we get all the data that we need, because we need the pairing list and the pricing data. It's usually a week to 2 weeks, depending on how backed up we are.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Awesome. Ken, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate everybody. Hope you have a great afternoon, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks so much for joining us.